Well, hi guys. My name is Hannah Thomas. I'm the owner of Family Focused Tutors. Just wanted to give you a quick overview on our services. So a bit of history about us. We are a Christian tutoring company that started in 2021. So we currently work with families in multiple states, and we have provided over 5,000 hours of tutoring. And so we've got quite a bit of experience working with students. We have over 30 tutors on our team. And so they range from, elementary tutors up through the upper level high school tutors as well. So they all have their bachelor's degree, and a good amount of them have some special education experience as well. We work with K through 12 students and have been able to support students with different special needs and learning disabilities over the years, and also a variety of different areas. So if they're needing support in math or language arts, we're able to support them in those areas. We have 3 different tracks that families can choose from. So the first one is homework help. So in that situation, the family is providing the materials, and then we work on assisting to fill in the gaps and help them get their assignments completed. And so they typically meet with us anywhere from 1 to 3 hours per week, and those sessions are $30 per hour. And then a popular one is our homeschool plan. So in this situation, the family chooses a curriculum, and then we can support them in finding one that's a good fit, but we take care of all of the lesson planning and the grading and the instruction as well. And so with our homeschooling plan, we can take over one subject for the family, or we can develop a whole homeschool plan if that's their preference. And so those students typically meet with us between 4 to 10 hours per week, depending on how many subjects they want us to cover. And those are $35 per hour. And then our last option is remediation. And so these are personalized lessons that are focused on developing in specific skills, typically in either math or language arts. And so we start with an assessment to identify where they're at in different areas of those 2 subjects. And then we have a variety of resources that we utilize to develop the lesson plans. So students are typically meeting with us anywhere from 2 to 4 hours per week, and these sessions are $40 per hour. So like I said, we personalize it to what the student's struggling with, and all of our sessions are online. So we use Google Meets as our platform. We have quite a few tutors that can work during the day, and so those are typically our homeschool students. And then also after school hours up until the late evening, we're able to support students as well. And so typically the sessions are an hour long, but if you have like a lower elementary student that's needing a shorter period, we can also do 30-minute sessions as well. And then at the end of the session, the tutor writes notes on the progress and what they were able to accomplish during the session. So we have a website you can go on to fill out a form if you're interested in getting more information. Then from there, you'll schedule a free consultation with us to just go over your child's background in education and kind of what they're struggling with. Then we can explain how our program works as well. And then from there, we take a look at our tutors to see who the best fit would be. And then you guys can schedule your sessions from there. So we have quite a few reviews on our website. So if you want to learn a bit about the experience of some of the other families that have worked with us, you're welcome to take a peek at those as well. Then best way to get in touch with us is checking out our website. It has a lot of information about our services. So that's just familyfocussedtutors.com. And then we have, you can text or call, and then also send an email. So thank you so much for listening.
Great. Thank you for sharing, Hannah. All right. Next up, we have De La Rosa Tutoring Service. And I see Rosa Smith is here. I know she had let me know that she was actually teaching a class today. So one of her colleagues was going to present for her, but I don't see her colleague in the room quite yet. So I will hold her spot and we'll move on to Bayise Tutor.
Okay, let me share my screen. Thank you. My name is Seyfu Tolasa. My company is called Bayise Tutor. Bayise Tutor is an international tutoring company informally established in January 2019, while formally incorporated at the beginning of 2021. So our tutoring time, we tutor this is after school tutoring service. We help students online or virtually after school, which could be either Monday to Friday, after students arrive home, or weekends, all days in weekends at their break time, like summertime or another break time, or we are open 24 hours at any time, and 7 days a week. Our goal is to help students improve their grades and consult how they can achieve their goals, like successfully joining their college education. Since each school has its own curriculum, we follow each different the students' school curriculum, since we are working mostly one-on-one student help. So this includes helping homework, assignment help, and any related project activities. If the student has an assignment or homework, we help the student by showing different examples related to assignment or project, and making the students completed the homework. And we follow, as I said, we follow the school's curriculum. We help students from KG to 12th grade mostly, but we are open for college level students as well. And we help both regular students and the students who need special needs, special education. The students we tutor or train include or common subjects like maths, English, history, science, biology, chemistry, physics, and related courses. Also out of class subjects like as training like American Sign Language, GED classes, ESL classes, and the different short and long-term trainings. Our students include regular students of KG2 level of college, maths, English, science, biology, chemistry, and other common courses. Students with special need like American Sign Language, English, science, biology, and others. Our success, we are about 100% customer satisfaction and good change in students' performance. At least the students change their grade from C to B, from B to A, or some students make really dramatic change, like from F grade, students who fail in first grade, when they come to our service, they change to A to B, like that. So most of families and the students, or all of families and the students, are very happy with our service. Daily tutoring methodology we follow is helping with homework, assignment related to school activities. If there is no homework or assignment, we ask the student at least the topic they are learning currently. Then we work on that. If there is no the topic, we follow our own curriculum to teach or to tutor the students. Our assessment method is by class work, by homework. We do daily regarding the assessment every day after school, after tutoring session. We give homework or assignment to the student to return in the next session. And we explain the material. We make them practice until they understand it. We give them classwork. If they then we give them homework at the end to return at the next session. our teachers experience minimum experience and education level is bachelor's degree and more than 3 or 4 years work experience in teaching experience. So the other thing is about funds. The fund is from a student or family, and the other thing is some scholarships like Class Wallet and ESA, like this. Teaching method one-on-one and 100% online. Group class is available sometimes. So thank you so much. You can contact us by Bayise Tutor. Thank you.
Thank you for presenting, Seifu.
You're welcome.
Next, we will move on to, I think, Brandy with the Reading Fairy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, I'm Brandy with the Reading Fairy. I started the Reading Fairy in 2019 due to my own child's dyslexic needs. I began homeschooling him at that time and thought, well, surely there are other families in the same boat as me. I had already become a dyslexia teacher at that point and have been growing ever since. Because this is a personal endeavor for me, it was really important that not only was I able to provide scientifically based reading instruction that's structured, systematic, and designed for kids with reading difficulties, including dyslexia, I wanted to make sure it was done at an affordable rate. I know that families don't ask for this struggle, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to meet the needs of as many students as possible. We do make sure that we not only are meeting the child's needs, but we realize that this affects the entire family. So we work with the parents directly to kind of help them through this process and give them ideas of what they can do to help them and just be an ear to lean on, really, as we go through the journey together. The services that we provide reading instruction that includes dyslexia therapy. So dyslexia therapy is a different level of intervention. This is specifically designed instruction for those with dyslexia. And we also provide advocacy. So what that means is we help the parents navigate all aspects of the educational process, whether it's through attending meetings to speak with other teachers or other educational providers. We really want kind of a holistic design when we're talking about advocacy and helping through these processes. We will be providing testing very soon if you're looking for identification in dyslexia. All right, I just want to give a quick synopsis of what the therapy lesson looks like. We always start at the phonological piece. This is what we need intact before we can start moving into those reading and spelling skills. We do teach alphabet and dictionary skills. I know that seems like it might be antiquated. We have cell phones now. Why do we need dictionary skills? There's actually real life applicable relevancy to teaching these skills that we use. I mean, we use the alphabet order all the time in different organizational capacities. We have explicit reading instruction. We have explicit spelling instruction. This does not rely on memorization. This is pattern seeking, pattern teaching. Handwriting, we teach cursive. There's so much research to support cursive with those that have those dysgraphic tendencies. I myself experienced a huge change in my own son's life after teaching him cursive. It truly was a life-changing experience for him. We also, as part of our lesson cycle, we teach comprehension, oral expression, and then written expression. And all of this is done systematically. This is not haphazard. We build we start at a foundational level and we build upon that as those foundations are mastered. All right. We provide lesson plans. Let me know. Can y'all let me know if you can see this lesson plan? Sometimes it doesn't show. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Thank you. Okay, so this lesson plan, as you can see, is very detailed. It's very data-driven. Everything is based upon mastery. Notice we have notes next to each lessons, and that lets us know, do we need to move on? Do we need to stay? We take detailed notes after every lesson just to make sure that the child is progressing and moving forward. We also do, even before we begin meeting with the child, we do baseline testing. This just kind of lets us know what the child is going to kind of present like and look like before we begin working in the kits with them. It's a very detailed report. This is something that you'll be able to keep with you, provide other educators. Anytime you go into testing, these are reports that you can provide them that will give them excellent data to report. And we also do in-depth progress reports. So after every kit, there are 7 kits total in the program that we use. We provide a detailed report of the child's progress in that kit, any weaknesses, and just a detailed explanation of how we're going to move forward. Pricing. We have pricing based on the level of education based on our servicers. So we have CALTS, that stands for a Certified Academic Language Therapist. That is the highest level of training that you can receive. It requires 2 years of training. It requires 700 hours of clinical documentation, clinical hours and documentation. And then that's $45 per session. We also have reading interventionists. These are certified teachers that have received MTA training. MTA is the program that we use. They have received the MTA training through a qualified instructor. That is at $35 per session. It is a goal of ours to have all of our reading interventionists at the CALT level. And then our CALT certifications, those come from ALTA. That stands for our Academic Language Therapy Association. If you have any questions about where our accreditation comes from, you can view more information at altaread.org. This is where we get our CALT certification from. We're also required to provide continuing education hours in order to keep our accreditation. Here is our presence online. We do have a website at thereadingfairy.org, and where there's also a Facebook page. Those are the QR codes that you can scan in order to find our contact information. We look forward to hearing from you. At either one of those places, you'll be able to find a link where you can book a free consultation. We would love to talk with you. It's free. Just have a conversation about how we might be able to meet your child's needs. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Brandy. All right, next we will go on to Rosa Smith, who has joined us now, and she will be presenting on behalf of Ladiquin Enterprises as well as De La Rosa Tutoring Service. And Brandy, I'm going to go ahead and stop having you share your screen right there.
Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, can hear you and see you.
Perfect. Perfect. So I will have the honor of sharing 2 educational services companies, Ladiquin Enterprise and De La Rosa Tutoring. So first I will start off with presenting for De La Rosa Tutoring. So go ahead and get that presentation up and share the screen for you. And share screen. Is it sharing? There we go. Alrighty. So De La Rosa Tutoring, everyone can see that on the screen currently, correct? Just want to make sure before I. Perfect. So De La Rosa Tutoring is a tutoring service company. At De La Rosa Tutoring, we are certified teachers dedicated to the academic achievement and motivation for each learner. Whether your child is seeking enrichment needs, we're here to help support your child. Or if they're just beginning his or her academic career, De La Rosa Services is designed to help students develop a love of learning. All right, based on our research, what we do know, children have been falling behind in various academic subjects for a long time due to the pandemic. Those numbers have accelerated. What we do know, who has it affected? It has affected Blacks, Hispanic, students with disabilities. We know that based on the actual research. Our solution is De La Rosa Tutoring. Tutoring services help strengthen subject comprehension, boost confidence, and build important learning skills using research-based curriculum. Our services give students individualized attention by providing quality services. When it comes to interventions that you can think of to help students get back on track, tutors are needed more when you think about it. As an educator, tutoring ranks among the most widespread, versatile, and potential transformative instrument with today's educational toolkits. Our curriculum, of course, we use a research-based foundational skills program proven to help both new and striving students in grades K through 12, including English learners and students identified with dyslexia. What we offer: one-to-one sessions, pre-K through 12th grade. We also offer group sessions, pre-K through or pre through kindergarten, up to 2 students, and groups up to 3, 1st through 12th grade. Are you seeking an alternative that will aid in your child's learning? Well, this is a video of an actual session. So that's just a snippet into our session, just so you know. And you can check out the website to get the full session, just so you know. Alrighty. At De La Rosa Tutoring, once again, we offer easy and effective parent communication. After our sessions, we include written session notes that monitor student progress and facilitate communication with parents. And there is an example of a student note that's also on the side so that you can review that information based on what we cover for our session. This will be emailed to parents as soon as the session concludes. We also offer parent workshops. Through our parent workshops, it promotes the use of positive parenting practices, such as using positive language, planned discipline, and family routines. Our workshops are intended to give parents, students, or parent support, by sharing strategies and ideas that can be used at home. Our workshops contain numerous educational themes and subtopics that are taught throughout the school year. So this is also a service that we offer to our parents. So at the end of the day, we say De La Rosa Tutoring, offering services for students as well as parents. Here is our website information, www.delarosatutoringservice.online, contact information as far as our phone number and our email. Then when you look at the bottom, is our partners and who we are affiliated with here at De La Rosa Tutoring. So we do thank you on behalf of De La Rosa Tutoring. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to switch into the other one, Ladiquin. All righty, so, all righty, Ladiquin Enterprise. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Can you see my screen? All righty. Let me make sure you can see my screen. Is it still sharing? Can you still see my screen?
Not right now, no.
Not right now? Okay, I'll share it.
There we go.
Alrighty, here you go. So now we're shifting gears. So Ladiquin Enterprise, your educational consulting agency where we do offer tutorial services. My name is LaQuinda. I am the founder and CEO of Ladiquin Enterprise. As an educator, I've been in the field for 17 years, Teacher of the Year. I support K through 12th grade as far as offering services. We use innovative practices and strategies focused on increasing the achievement of and academic growth and proficiency for our students. Why Ladiquin, you ask? At Ladiquin Enterprise, we offer customized and high quality tutoring to help students achieve their academic goals. Our team of experienced certified tutors provides personalized support in a wide range of subjects, ensuring that every student receives the attention they need to succeed. Our core values include integrity, dedication, and honesty. Our tutors are certified professionals with over 30 plus years in their respective field. They are dedicated to motivating students and empowering our students to reach their full potential. With their guidance, students gain the confidence and skills needed to excel academically. Personalized learning approach. At Ladiquin Enterprise, we understand that every student has unique learning needs. That's why we offer tailored tutoring programs that address individual strengths and challenges by focusing on each student's specific requirements. We create a supportive environment for effective learning. Our curriculum, as mentioned earlier, research-based as well as engaging. So this is an example on the side of a session. Of course, we blurred out the student's face so that you can see that that student is ultimately engaged, and we're using our research-based curriculum to focus on best practices, ensuring that it is effective and up-to-date and engaging and relevant content. Proven track record. When we look at our record, we have taken pride in our proven track record of helping students academically. Many of our students have shown remarkable improvement in their grades and confidence levels, demonstrating the effectiveness of our tutoring services. Parent and student feedback. The parent and student feedback, or the feedback from our parents and students, as a testament to the impact of our tutorial sessions. We value the input of our parents and students. So therefore, on the side, you will see a review from a parent just simply saying, hey, we need more services. Job well done. Ladiquin Enterprise Services, once again, we offer customized workshops for tweens, teens, and adults. We offer customized tutoring, an innovative reading program, and alongside De La Rosa Tutoring, we offer a book club. These are who we are affiliated with as far as vendors, as well as our partners in the educational world or educational space. Contact information, LaQuinda at ladiquinenterprise.com. Contact information as far as our phone number and our website. Be sure to check us out. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks so much for presenting, LaQuinda. You got 2 for the price of 1 there, so that was awesome.
You're welcome.
Next, we will move on to Crystal Hunter with Special Certified Tutor.
Hey everybody, how are you? I'm actually Robert. I'm standing in for Crystal this morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, Robert. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you as well. So Crystal's actually working full-time in the schools, and then we kind of work together to get things going. We are out of Southeast Idaho, and we started in January of 23, so we've been open a little over a year now. My experience actually personally is I have an EDS in building administration. I'm a K-12 special education teacher, high school government teacher, and K-8 elementary teacher. So kind of a wide range there. Most of our tutors have master's degrees, although all of our tutors are certified teachers. And a little bit about us, we started Special Certified Tutor because well, our metaphor or our story is we kind of live on a desert prairie. And so it can be really harsh at times. The climate can be really harsh, but still, even in the desert, we have this camas flower that is actually really special to the Native American tribes here in Idaho. And even in the harshest of environments, one of the coldest places in Idaho, in the springtime, you can go up and you can find this camas flower. So that's what we want to do for children. We want to help them flower in the desert, right, as it were. So things that we offer are one-on-one sessions in multiple K-12 subject areas. We have 20 tutors currently right now, a mix of full-time school teachers that do this in the evening, and then others like me that do this during the day. So we've worked both with after-school homework, helping kids with homework, and during the day with homeschool groups as well. We do have what we call targeted.
Lana,
Can you hear me?
Lana, already, are you getting ready for your class?
Lana, you got to get to class. That's important. You got to get your work done. Okay.
I think we're
So,
okay now.
okay, perfect. So we also do offer targeted tutoring sessions in groups of 5. And so our one-on-one sessions are $49 because you're getting that one-on-one attention. But our targeting tutoring sessions, maybe you just need help regrouping in math or need help with your multiplication. Like there's basic, I won't go too far down the pandemic rabbit trail, but we all know that there's some basic fundamental skills missing, whether it be reading, math, writing. So that's what those targeted tutoring sessions are about. And small group, we don't want to get our groups too large because then we think we'll lose the integrity of the instruction. If you come onto our website, we're also on Facebook. You'll see our screen here and our phone number is right there. It's just specialcertifiedtutor.com. You'll see that we've got our subject areas and tutors. And then you can take a look in a subject area, and then we give you a nice little bio of the teacher so that you can kind of look at them and learn a little bit about them. And then of course, when you call, we can work to pair you with a tutor that works the best for you. So that's a little bit how that goes. We also have really good reviews on Google Review. Feel free to check us out there. People are saying really good things about us. The other part of us is that we really feel like parents should drive or be in charge of their child's education. We think that's really important. So our tutors work to develop a relationship both with the child and with the parent, because I think we've seen that how important parents are in that role of education and how much they are important to have. I mean, I'm a parent myself. I want to say in my child's education. So we take that very seriously and we work with the parents. That's pretty much us in a nutshell. We do offer actually foreign language in Chinese and Spanish as well. And we have several ESL teachers as well. So we hope that we can be your choice and give us a call or reach out. So I appreciate the time.
Great. Thank you, Robert.
Mhm.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Next, we will move on to Mr. John Bovey with Live Online Math.
All right, perfect. Let's see. I'm going to try to fire up the screen share here. And hopefully, okay, it will allow me to choose the right one. And all right, y'all see it then?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks for having me and all. My name is John Bovey. I'm the main guy at Live Online Math. We do, as you can see here, I'm actually screen sharing we have our own custom platform. And so like right now we're on Zoom, but I'm screen sharing to our live session platform right now to kind of just demo a little bit of what that looks like and everything. We've had this for a few years now, and it's going really well. So you can see on the board here, you know, the various things that we offer. I won't talk through every single one of those things because then we're tight on time. But the main thing we offer, you know, obviously it's called live online math. So live math classes, tutoring. We also have video courses. There's some other things, summer programs, things like that I'll get into briefly. But overall, this is our 16th year of operation. So we've been around for a good while, and we were doing it online before COVID made everything popular. So it's good to have our own platform now and all to control that and to really build in tools that help student learning, because that's really what it's about. So you can see the main thing, classes for primarily for homeschoolers. Classes meet 3 times a week. It's kind of like if you're looking to just buy a teacher, if you're a homeschool parent, it's like, I cannot do algebra. Go do it with them. That's what classes are for. Video Plus courses would be similar to that. Video courses would be if you want to kind of move at your own pace. And then, of course, tutoring. We've had a lot of people talk about tutoring so far. We also offer tutoring. Main thing is it's live, one-on-one. We don't outsource the tutoring to, you know, other places, things like that. So we really believe in developing a rapport with the student. That's super important. So you have the same tutor each time. Let me get into some other bits here. I mentioned the classes and things being our primary offering. So for 24-25, like I said, the classes 3 times a week. If you're looking to outsource math, if you're a homeschooling mom, even if we've had, I've had a lot of conversations with people in the past around, I can do the math, but it's just a sticking point. It's just a point of contention in our homeschool or with my relationship with my son or whatever it is. It always seems to be math is the thing. So great for outsourcing math if people are looking for that sort of thing. And again, your ESA funds can be used to pay for our courses. For those levels we have at the lower end, a course I developed a long time ago called pre-algebra. So like about 6th grade level math, something like that, all the way up through calculus. Okay. And the website has all the details on these courses and everything. Video Plus courses, a mix of live and video instruction. Okay. So, you get the once a week live session that's really meant to supplement the learning that happens in the videos. So learning happens in the videos, and then there's a once a week live session where they get together and say, hey, how did the quiz go last week? What questions do you guys have? Let's work on this. All that sort of thing. Okay. And we have that available for algebra, pre-algebra, and that pre-algebra as well. Okay. Last one for as far as for formal programs are concerned, video courses. So this is where I don't, you know, maybe the schedule doesn't work with the live classes or whatever it is. You want to work at your own pace. Video courses would be the way to go. Definitely high interactive, high quality videos. Tutoring time can be added as needed. And really everything is all inclusive. I know some places will, it's like an extra $5 for the answer key or $10 for this. And there's all these little bits. Everything is included. Okay. And again, we have that for the video courses available for the pre-algebra, and algebra levels. Let's see. I'm going to keep things moving here. Tutoring. So one-on-one tutoring. Tutoring is all about personalized one-on-one help. Whatever your student needs, that's what we're here for. So it doesn't have to be, you know, using our curriculum, or you can have your own book, your own program, whatever. Math is math, no matter where it lives. Super flexible on scheduling. So whatever works with you and the tutor. If it's Wednesdays at 3, great. If it's Saturdays at 2 in the morning, great. Go for it. Whatever works with you and the tutor. And I mentioned earlier, really important to work with the same tutor, I think, each time. That way we develop rapport, and it can be, hey, remember how last time we worked on this thing? This thing, what we're doing right now, is just like that, except whatever. So you have that rapport that carries over. Okay. Currently pricing between 30 and 35 an hour, depending on how much time is purchased in advance. It's kind of like filling up the tank. If you fill up the tank with more time, then we give you a lower rate. Okay, and all that pricing details is all on the Live Online Math website. Let's see. Summer programs is another service offering we have. And these ones on the board, these are our more kind of like formal program offerings for this summer. I don't know if anyone gets the joke here, but like condensed algebra, for example, it's not all of algebra in the summer. That would be way too much, but a condensed version of it. If you get the joke, great. If not, then sorry. And then a couple new offerings, or well, actually, we did Geometry Boot Camp last year. We're offering Algebra Boot Camp as a new summer program offering this year. Again, details are on the Live Online Math website, which I'll get to here in just. Actually, let's go ahead and do that right now. Do you all see? I believe I changed tabs. I want to make sure it changed on the screen share. Are we seeing the Live Online Math website now as opposed to the whiteboard?
Yeah, we can see it.
Got it. Okay. Okay, cool. So, yeah, the classes, all the information's there, like scheduling, for example. We haven't got next year's listings updated yet, but you can see here's all the different schedules that we offer. This is for algebra this year. We've got 6 different schedules of algebra going. There's information on tutoring I mentioned. Here's the tutoring page on the website, and then summer programs. And I don't need to go through all of these links, but just to kind of familiarize everyone, if you do end up going to, it's just liveonlinemath.com. All the information is there of what you need. Lastly, and I'm trying to keep under time limit here. I always tell students a whole session of me talking is a bad session, but that's what we have going today. So in our own custom platform, we have lots of cool features and things that we've built in, and this has been designed specifically to teach math online. Zoom is great for online meetings, which is what we're in right now, but for teaching online, you need some things. You need some specialized tools, and we've been doing this for a long time. So we have some common tools, some specialized tools like confetti. I'm going to try to do this here. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think you guys are going to hear the audio, but one of the things that I like to do, if a student has had a really great moment or brought up a great question or something like that, we give them confetti like this. I don't think you guys heard the audio with it though, did you? Oh,
No,
there
I
was a
didn't
whole
get the
song
audio.
that played and everything. Anyway, that's all right. Bottom line, thanks for coming. If you're interested in Live Online Math, website right here. Oops, right here with my pointer, liveonlinemath.com. There's a contact page. We can get you pointed in the right direction for whatever you need. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, John.
Yep.
Okay, next we have Mindy with Building Pathways.
Hi, thank you. My name is Mindy Johanneman. I am the owner of Building Pathways, and we specialize in dyslexia. So, 1 in 5 children are impacted with dyslexia, which is exactly why I started Building Pathways in 2017 to help families receive Orton Gillingham. I call it OG on steroids. I partnered with a company called Lexercise, which allows me the ability to provide one-on-one instruction with certified, obviously certified dyslexia therapist. That includes lots of progress monitoring. I have a team of 9 certified dyslexia therapists, and we are able to reach families from all over the world. So it's pretty impactful. Why do I call it OG on steroids? Well, after each weekly lesson, the children, which is on our Lexercise platform, we use Orton Gillingham, or what is now called structured literacy. The International Dyslexia Association has changed OG a little bit to to be structured literacy, which means that we use a very systematic approach of phonemic awareness, phonics, alphabetical principle, fluency, morphology, and obviously that results in comprehension. What we are able to do with our students is after each weekly lesson, they get on customized games that do exactly what we need them to do, right? We need them to build that circuitry of the letter pattern that we taught them specifically that week. So all families have to do is say, pop on your exercise games, and 10 to 15 minutes of daily games kind of gives that 1-2 punch of the reinforcement without having a person, either mom or the therapist, doing the reinforcement. We will also provide parent activities on our dashboard. So like I said, remediation rates are unlike anything I've ever seen. I've been in the game for 15 years, and since partnering with Lexercise, I have remediation rates are under a year, which is quite phenomenal for most dyslexia therapy. There's some great information here on the screen. I'm not going to reread it. However, I will point to the QR code. This QR code will lead you to my website, which also will direct you to a reading screener. It's free. So families that code in this QR code, they will go to my website, which will lead their child to a free reading screener. After the child takes the reading screener, you'll come to me and I will chat with you more about how we can help your child improve their reading, spelling, and writing. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate you being here today. Quickly, we'll move on to Varsity Tutors, and that is Mr. Angelo Dower. And Angelo, I think you're still muted. Oh, there we go. You're sharing your screen now.
All right, I am unmuted now, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much, IQE, for inviting us to this, and thank you to all the other presenters so far. I am the Director of Business Partnerships for Varsity Tutors, and we are have quite a presence in the state of Indiana in a few different ways, this being one of them. So just want to share a little bit about Varsity Tutors, who we are. All right. So Varsity Tutors started in 2007. And since that time, we have grown to become the nation's largest online learning platform. We have about 40,000 tutors on our platform, tutoring in all subjects, from pre-K to the bar exam, so anything. Our specialty is K through 12, high dosage, one-on-one tutoring, although we do offer a lot of other products as well that I'll touch on. We have, to date, we have partnered with over 500 school districts around the country. We have delivered over 5 million hours of instruction just this year, last year alone in 2023. And we expect to serve over 10 million students in 2024 through our partnerships with state, local programs, and then also direct to families. Of those 40,000 tutors, I believe it's relevant to say that just over, I think 712 of them actually live in the state of Indiana. So we are also a pretty large employer in the state, as well as serving students in the state. We deliver our one-on-one instruction through our live learning platform, which is a proprietary platform that we built specifically designed to help students in an online learning environment. I believe, as was mentioned before, Zoom is great, Google Meet is great, Teams is great, but those are not effective delivery methods in certain instances for education. So we've developed this platform that has a multitude of tools in it, math workboards, writing boards, coding boards, just about anything you can think of, as well as having all of those sessions recorded, stored in your personal account so that your student can view them later when they're studying on their own. When pairing a student with a tutor, there are a lot of things to consider. Obviously, the subject is very important, finding an expert in that subject. Finding times that match the student and the tutor is important. But we go through, and I'll actually back up to the slide, we go through 100 different variables that determine what tutor is going to work best with one student. It could be as simple as that the student has an interest in soccer and so does the tutor. It could be that they both, or the tutor is someone who works in an industry that the student has a desire to be in. So there's a lot of different factors in learning differences, in primary languages, in teaching speeds and styles of, so we take all of that in consideration when matching a tutor to a student, because we believe that as that relationship is the key to everything. A student learns best from someone that they connect with. In addition to one-on-one tutoring, when you work with Varsity Tutors, you also get a suite of other products that come absolutely free with being a partner of ours. So we offer these, what you see on the screen here, all of these features are offered. Last year, were offered to about 1.6 million students through districts for free across the United States. So we do have 24-hour on-chat demand tutoring that is completely free to all students. Group classes, and those group classes are, I'll touch on those, and celebrity-led classes together. So we have small group courses, and then we also have our large format celebrity courses, which are free to everyone. In academics, celebrities are a little bit different. Unfortunately, we don't have, Rihanna tutoring, but we do have Leland Melvin, and we do have Phil Cook, and we do have other academic experts that we see as heroes in this space. We also offer essay editing and review completely for free, college and career readiness, assessments and personalized plans. All students have access to our online learning library, which has thousands of practice problems, practice tests, and academic assessments for all grade levels K through 12. So a student is able to come in, take an assessment, find out where they are at a grade level. That prints out a report, or doesn't print it. It supplies a report to the student's tutor before they begin tutoring, so the tutor knows the best place to begin and where the gaps are. And then, of course, the self-study practice problems, which I mentioned as well. Just a few things of what some of the leaders around the country are saying about Varsity Tutors. Of course, Casey from KIPP Indy is they've been a client of ours for some time, all of the KIPP schools. And then, of course, how to get a hold of us. So our website, varsitytutors.com, is a very robust site with all of our products and a way to get a hold of us, sign up for a consultation, which is probably the most important piece to this, is speaking to the parent and understanding what the student's need is. It was said previously, and I think this was brilliant, that this is only successful if we have parent involvement, because the tutoring takes place at home, and getting the students to show up and to be involved in the tutoring is key. So call us. We'd be happy to have a consultation with you with one of our experts and help them decide what the best plan forward is for you. We also are an e-commerce vendor on Class Wallet for the Indiana ESA, so you can purchase products there as well. So, and that's it. I'm quick.
Thank you, Angelo.
you.
Appreciate you taking the time to be here today. I know we're coming up on 1 o'clock. I know we still have about like 5 or 6 providers left. So if those providers that still haven't presented yet, still are able to, take, another 15, 20 minutes and stay on with us to finish their presentation, that would be great. But if you have other commitments as well, I understand if you do need to hop off at 1. But with that said, we will move on to Right at Home with Mrs. Melanie Wasco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't share my screen. I think we need Varsity Tutors to stop sharing.
Oh, okay. I can do that real quick.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody. My name is Melanie Wasco, and I am with Right at Home. Right at Home has been around since 2001. We've been building exceptional writers, readers, and thinkers that whole time. We started out as a homeschooling company specializing in teaching writing. And our approach is and always has been tutorial. We believe every student has unique gifts and they have unique things they want to communicate. And we believe that they have important things to say and that our job is to help them learn to say it better. So our approach has always been more of being coaches versus evaluators, and that we want to help students not only build skills, but gain confidence. We're here to support parents as well as students as we walk them through what we have to offer. We started off just with writing, but we now have literature and we have history as well. So in a nutshell, the way that Right at Home started is it was started by a classroom teacher who realized that classroom teaching was really inefficient because there was little time for students to actually read and write. They spent more time listening to people talk to them about reading and writing than they did actually doing it. So what we decided was we're going to turn that on its ear. And so what we've done is we came up with our unique way of teaching writing. We believe that all students, no matter their ability, can become good or better writers. And the two keys are practice and coaching. So at Right at Home, we don't have a rigorous program. We have a consistent program. Each of our students is paired with a writing coach, and the writing coach gives them encouraging and directive feedback on every submitted assignment. We have a flexible schedule. We are an asynchronous writing course. So they do have weekly due dates, but they don't have to be online at any particular time for the writing portion. And because we're tutorial in nature, we really are for students of all abilities. We can have the same student enrolled in the same class, one who's very gifted and one who really struggles, and they can be helped equally because it's all about improvement. So the writing courses are asynchronous. Like I said, each week a student gets a short lesson with a quiz and a writing assignment, and then they get thorough feedback from their coach, and then they get a rubric score on their third draft. This is an example of what, this is a real paper from a real student and one of our real coaches. So every paper they turn in, they get not only what they can do better, but we believe students need to know what they're doing well so that they can keep doing those things as well. So that's how the writing works. But really the key to our writing course, we believe, is our amazing team of writing coaches. And they're not only educated and really knowledgeable about what they do, because that's just the bare minimum. That's where you start. But they also love kids. They love to encourage them, and they have a real passion for helping students grow. So like I said, each writing student gets a writing coach, and that coach helps them through all of their assignments in that particular class. We've recently added English language arts classes for grades 4 and 5. Unlike the writing classes, these courses are all live in person, and they're a complete English course that includes writing, literature, and grammar. And the teacher is Mrs. Hadika. She's an amazing, award-winning, accomplished teacher. And the students have 1 hour of class per week, and then 3 to 4 times a week of about 30 minutes of writing. And the teacher does provide feedback on everything. The goal, especially with kids this young, is to help them become independent learners. So one of her goals, in addition to the coursework, is just to help students really take ownership of their own courses. And then at the middle school level, we have middle school writing. We have annual courses. So the way when I showed you how the writing courses worked with the asynchronous schedule and the writing coach feedback, that's the same for all of our courses. We have annual writing courses, which are 32 weeks, and they combine all 4 forms and purposes of writing. Semester courses are the same, and then 8-week workshops specialize in particular types of writing. For instance, you can take a research paper writing workshop or a short story workshop. We also have literature courses at the middle school level. We have 3 different ones. It's great prep for high school literature. These are taught as units on short story, poetry, novel, and drama, and they do come in live and self-paced courses. The high school level, we have quite a bit more going on. We have 2 tracks for high school. We have a classical track and a conventional track, and we have writing, literature, and history for those high schoolers. The classical track is a chronological focus on Western civilization You can see here that lit and history start with ancient times and move through to modern ages. You don't have to take those courses together, but they go great together. And then the conventional track is aligned with a typical school curriculum with Intro to Lit, American Lit, British Lit, and then World History, American History, Government, and Economics. And again, all of those can be taken in live or self-paced courses. This is just, again, on the high school level, we have the annual writing courses, semester and 8-week workshops. What I love to point out to high school people, though, especially if you're in a homeschooling environment, is our research paper workshop is awesome. You can decide what you want your student to write about, and we do everything. Take them through MLA formatting. They do it in 3 drafts. And it's a great way to prepare them for their next step if that's college. And then literature, it's taught by our founder and president, Brian Wasco. It's a little bit more challenging than writing. The live classes meet weekly, and there's about 4 to 5 hours of work outside of class each week, along with 2 papers and a project. And the self-paced options provide the book list, they provide a pacing guide, and they provide auto-graded quizzes, but they don't include any teacher support or grading. The history is taught by Mike Napier, and it's a very similar setup to the literature. It's a little bit less rigorous. Outside of classwork is a little bit lighter than the literature reading is. But just like that, they will meet 1 hour per week for discussion, and they can take it as a self-paced or they can take it as a live class. So in summary, we have something for everyone in grades 4 through 12. We have English language arts for grades 4 and 5. Those are all live. Middle school, we have writing and literature, and the literature can be taken live or self-paced. The writing is always asynchronous. And then at the high school level, we have the writing, and then we have live and self-paced history. And then we have semester courses for government and economics. Our course tuition is done depending on which course you take. It's a set fee. We are class wallet vendors, and we take class wallet payments. And we do have a bundle and save option. If you want a student to take 2 annual classes, when you bundle them together, we do give a discount on those. And you can reach us at writeathome.com. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate you taking the time to present for us. Russell, coaching for students, had to hop off, so we will move on to StudyPoint.
Great. Okay. Not letting me share. Does somebody need to stop sharing?
No, no one's sharing right now. Sometimes you have to leave and then rejoin for you to be able to share, which is a little annoying, I know.
Once you go on, I'll come right back. I'll go out and come right back. Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay, well, in the meantime, while she's figuring that out, would Catapult Learning like to present?
Sure. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shotzi Brooks, and I am the regional director for Catapult Learning in Ohio and Indiana. Catapult Learning is an education service provider with over 40 years of experience throughout the country. And primarily in Indiana, we partner directly with non-public schools and districts to provide services through various title funds. We've been working with EANS funding with schools and are a class wallet partner. as well as IDEA services as well. So I am going to share my screen as well and share a little bit more about our instructional model. So Catapult Learning focuses on in-person small group instruction. And our goal as an ESA provider is to collaborate with parents and schools to be able to offer services customized to student needs, ideally at school locations or library locations, in order to be able to provide our small group instruction in person. So we have a very robust evidence-based curriculum focusing on math and reading intervention. And our core instructional model does rely on, again, small group instruction and interaction consisting of portions of direct instruction, guided instruction and practice, as well as a gradual release of responsibility and checking for student understanding. So this is something that we would hope that parents are reaching out to us directly to talk about their student needs, in order to collaborate with schools that are able to host Catapult Learning sessions either before, during, or after school, as well as students who might already be receiving services through Title or IDEA at their schools that are already Catapult partners, as a way to expand the services that their students are receiving and get even more additional extra practice. So our website is catapultlearning.com, and you should be able to fill out a form through that website to be able to contact us and consult on how we can best support your students.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Katie, are you ready now?
I think so. Yeah, it looks like it's going to let me. See if
Awesome.
that'll
Yep,
work.
we can see it.
See that? Perfect. Technology. Okay, I will be brief since I know we are over time. But basically, StudyPoint, we are an all one-on-one tutoring company. We're a company of educators. Everything we do is entirely customized to each individual student. Like a couple other folks have mentioned, we call ourselves a relationship-driven company. We work really hard to get the right match between a tutor and a student and to build on that relationship over time. We're a nationwide company, so we have a really wide range of options. I think we're the oldest company in the room. We've been around since 1999, so over 24 years. We launched online tutoring way back in 2010. So like a couple others have mentioned, we were not a COVID pivot kind of company. We've been around, we've built our own platform. We've worked with over 50,000 students over those years and approaching 1 million hours of tutoring online. Like a couple other folks have mentioned, we have a really great whiteboard technology. We don't use Zoom or Google Meet. We have our own proprietary platform that's really quite interactive, and that has a lot of great features to facilitate student learning. We also have a whole team of folks that manage the programs. So once you as a family are working with us, you are assigned to a program manager who's kind of your primary contact and really keeps an eye on things behind the scenes to make sure students are attending lessons, progressing, working well with their tutor. Our tutors are also all our employees. We do not hire 1099s. They all work for us. And so they are very closely managed, coached, and trained. Again, because we really believe that that quality relationship is super important. What we offer, very straightforward, academic tutoring support. We offer K to college along with test prep services. Most relevant to the folks in this program is really math and kind of the reading, writing, language arts side. We also do a lot of work on study skills and executive functioning. We have seen, as I'm sure many of the other folks here today have, that a lot of that study skills and executive functioning piece is really lacking in students. And so we very deliberately and very systematically build that into our tutoring. As I said, we are all one-on-one, live online, same tutor each time, a lot of very flexible scheduling options. Generally, it's 1 hour twice a week, but again, we can work around family schedules, supplementing what they need in the classroom, what they're using in the classroom. Many of our tutors have special ed and learning disability experience and certification. And again, we have that behind the scenes team monitoring progress. We have over 90 tutors on staff. This is just a handful of folks who've worked with Indiana students this school year. They're pretty amazing, really wide range of backgrounds. Again, we spend a lot of time in that matching process to try to find somebody who's really going to click with the student and, you know, get them excited to be there twice a week, each week, and progress through their learning. So we have a very amazing staff. Results, we worked with a bunch of Indiana students this past year, and we have parents overall we survey periodically. They've given us a 9.6 out of 10 on the program overall. They love their tutors even more, 9.8 out of 10. We get a lot of praise for our very consistent and frequent communication with parents. As others have said, we really view parents as partners in this process. In terms of how to get started, there's a link to our website in a moment, but basically, as others have said, there's a form first, and then we recommend a frequency. Parents get to choose tutors, which is different than some of our competitors. We really want families and students to be involved in that selection. So you choose your tutor and your schedule, and then we check in and kind of monitor throughout. So that is us. That's our website on the screen and a QR code to the form that kind of launches the process. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing, Katie. Next, we will move on to Peter with the traveling teacher.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's been really awesome hearing all of these great options that the Indiana kids have here. So I will go ahead and share my screen and give you the last one here. Let's see. Can you see this okay?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So a traveling teacher, tutoring and homeschooling services tailored to building the confidence of students while achieving the academic goals they set for themselves. You know, this is definitely a lifelong passion of mine, is teaching in general, and I'd love to share with you how this all got started and where it's at right now. A little bit about myself. I have a bachelor's degree for physics and mathematics from Bridgewater State University in Massachusetts. I have 8 years classroom teaching experience here in Mass as well. And right before my motorcycle journey, I received my master's in education from Lesley University. I was under the impression that I was going to use it for different things, but you know, life brings you in interesting directions. So here we are. I left my public school teaching job back in 2018. I sold everything. I bought a motorcycle, and my plan was to travel the entire world, or at least as much as possible, within a 5-year span. I made it to Nicaragua before COVID hit, so it was about a 20,000 mile journey, about a year and a half on the road. Unbelievable experience for myself, and it's something that I really enjoy sharing with my students and just kind of putting into the business as well, right? There's a lot of life lessons learned on the road, and it was something that truly changed my life for the better. And so I think it's something that's great to share. Obviously, 2020 changed plans for everyone. So, you know, who we are here, we are mostly licensed teachers. Most of us live here in Massachusetts, but there are teachers in other states as well. If the teacher is not a licensed teacher, they have at least 5 years experience private tutoring, and I vet them personally with my experience of observations and general feedback from the parents and the students. We are not one size fits all teachers. We have subject and grade specific teachers here on board. Obviously, every you know, level of age groups and whatnot has a different style of learning, and so there needs to be a different style of teaching here. We have licensed special educators on board as well, and we do kindergarten through college, all subjects. A lot of interactive whiteboards that I've been seeing from other companies as well. The one that we use is called Explain Everything. This one is one of the best that I've seen in terms of these interactive whiteboards. I do encourage anybody else to look into these if if you don't already have your own piece. The students can write on the same exact whiteboard as the teacher. We can throw worksheets on there, infinite zoom. There's a lot of things that Explain Everything does very, very well that a lot of other ones, you know, don't do too great. Some of the services we provide here, we do homeschooling. We can provide the curriculum, or you can as well. We have availability throughout the day. There's over 25 teachers now that are working with us. So, you know, the availability is pretty much there for anything that you may need. We do weekends as well. Again, kindergarten through college tutoring, we can do the after school help, whether it's public or private school. And then something that we've really gotten into a lot here is the online school platforms. We've become partners with a lot of these online schools, such as Laurel Springs, that, you know, we get in, we have these teacher accounts, we can look at the materials that these students are doing, and we have really consistent communication with the school itself, with the parents, and obviously with the students. So it works out very, very well. We do everything online. Like I said, the main company here is based out of Massachusetts. And so, you know, one of the things that I'd like to say about the online, I was very hesitant when I first started this company. I wasn't exactly sure because I had left teaching before the online thing started happening. I was very concerned with whether the kids were going to be able to take this on or not. It really is unbelievable. I mean, the kids, you know, they grow up with technology from the day they're born, and it's something that they really just kind of get into very well. So, you know, we've really never had a problem with it. And so, yeah, I mean, we do things in a pretty great way. The biggest thing that I've heard from a lot of other tutoring companies here today as well, which I'm super happy to hear about, is that building connection is one of the most important things here, right? The social emotional aspect of learning. It's so important to build that connection with somebody so that they can understand your learning style and you can understand how it is that they teach, right? And so the same teacher is something that we have every session for at least the entire school year. You know, we like to tailor these things and differentiate our lessons to student hobbies. And, you know, one of the most important things I'd say is really understanding when a student is done. I mean, you know, we do a good job of giving very small breaks or just chatting about things or anything that we might have to do to keep the student engaged. And, you know, it's important not to burn somebody out. With the elementary kids specifically, we do offer 30-minute sessions. We feel as though that burnout is a lot once we hit that 1 hour. And then middle school and on, I think that 1 hour is the minimum that should be done just because of the depth and complexity of the concepts at hand. We do free weekly check-ins with the public and private school teachers if that is a place that you are in. It's something that, again, that consistent communication between everybody involved, whether it's the parent, the teacher, the student, and the tutor, it's just something that really holds everybody together. And everybody sees a different piece of the student. So it's very important to get all angles of it and see how can we best, you know, figure this out for the student. You know, yeah, that's pretty much everything. This is my cell phone here. I take care of all of the initial conversations, and then I hand things out after that. This is my cell phone, my email. Go ahead, visit travelingteacher.com. You know, if you do end up reaching out, please feel free to ask about the motorcycle journey. It's something that, you know, I really, really enjoyed talking about. And that's about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thanks for sticking around with us today. It's informative and, you know, appreciate you being here. So we do have 2 late additions to the roster presenting today. We have Outside the Box Learning with Mr. Scott Hicko and then Amanda. So if Scott, if you would like to present here at the end, we'd love to hear what you have to say.
All right, thank you very much. All right, can you guys see the screen okay?
Says he started sharing it, but can't see it quite yet.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get started here. All right, cool. So this is Outside the Box Tutoring. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present to everyone. This is just starting, so I am the only tutor. My name is Scott Hicko. My information's up here on the board. I'll come back to that in a bit. So I've been a special education teacher in Northwest Indiana for the past 20 years. I've taught at all types of schools, both elementary and middle school, as well as high school is what I specialize in. I'm a freshman teacher right now. So every type of environment. I've been in the inner city schools, the public schools, private schools, as well as day therapeutic programs. And I would say my specialization is really working with kids in math and algebra and reading that are a few grade levels below where they should be or what they are as far as their classes that they're in. So I really work on going over some skills that they may have missed or really struggle with that makes being at grade level or say doing algebra math very hard. So I go back, try to find out what those deficiencies are, work on them, give the students some confidence, all bring them back to what they need to do in whatever schooling or whatever level they're at the moment. So the last 6 years, I've actually worked online at Indiana Digital Learning School. So that has really given me a different perspective and a lot of opportunity to work with different programs that help me reach students that, help them find where their weaknesses are and then find ways to build that bridge to get them to where they need to be. So I've used the Nearpod program, Khan Academy, quizzes, Blooket, the whiteboard on Microsoft, an escape room program, Freckle, ReadWorks. These are all programs, especially the Nearpod, which is interactive, that can really specialize, individualize different types of lessons to target right where a student is and try to bring them to improve those skills again, to get to where they need to be to get back on grade level. So I have a lot of experience with working on students that are struggling in certain areas, that might get frustrated, that have had maybe some learning difficulties in the past, just to kind of get these programs that can help them individually to bring them up to where they need to be. My availability, I am a full-time teacher. So right now on the weekends or after 4:00 p.m. Eastern time, I can do one-on-one tutoring or group tutoring. Like I said, I'm the only one. So I'll really kind of look at and talk to the parent, see what the student's needs are, and then really cater whatever program and services are needed for that specific child. I specialize and have taught for the last 20 years, specifically in math and English, whether it's at the middle school level or high school level, focusing on reading comprehension and algebra skills throughout those lessons. And again, my information is up on the board. Just call or text is probably the best way to get a hold of me. The email address is in there as well, shicko2240@gmail.com. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you sticking around with us. And last but certainly not least, we have Amanda Bush.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate the time. So my name is Amanda Bush. I'm a certified academic language therapist, and I work with the Multisensory Reading Center. And we work primarily with students that have struggles with reading. Most of them do have characteristics of dyslexia or dysgraphia. And you don't have to have an official diagnosis to work with us. We know that structured literacy therapy can be effective for all struggling readers, so that's what we focus on. And let me just share my screen here. Let's see, how do I do that?
Be a green button on the bottom.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
There we go. It worked the first time. That's
okay. Okay, great. Okay. All right, so here's a little picture of our team. We've got more than that now, but we are, most of us are certified academic language therapists. I know people touched on that. It is the highest credential as far as literacy intervention, and we do have to maintain all of our continued education. So you know you're working with people who really know what they're talking about when it comes to literacy intervention. And let me just start that. And we work with students in the area of phonological awareness, automatic word recognition, decoding skills, fluency, spelling and writing. And what I'm going to focus on today, we did have another person touch on, which is the company that we work with for we offer a lot of different services, but today I'm going to focus on Lexercise. So we are a group of language therapists that use the platform Lexercise for student intervention. And I'll just show you, I'll link to the website at the end. But here there are two different options. There's basic therapy. That's going to be more of a parent-led therapy that, again, follows all the Orton-Gillingham structured literacy therapy. It's all research-based for students with reading difficulties. And then here's the professional therapy. The pricing is there. It is live one-on-one therapy, interactive educational games, which I'll show you, and then digital access to all the lessons. Let's see, I was just going to show, this is kind of a little bit of a sample of what the graphics may look like. And what I love about it, you know, working in public schools, working in just general tutoring and virtual space, I love that it is super motivating for kids. Just, you know, as adults, we kind of like lose focus. You don't even have to have ADHD or anything. We just need to stay engaged when you're doing this. It's all about the consistency. We want the students to feel motivated and be engaged, to be able to stick with it, to actually get that growth. So there's, within the program, we will do a one-on-one lesson with the students for 45 minutes once per week. And then they're going to be doing some independent practice. And it's really quick, and it's supposed to be, you know, more frequent and for a shorter duration, because we just want to get that repetition, but we don't want to just beat it down to where they're not motivated any longer. So here's a visual of a tower, and then they're working through all these different levels. There's a lot of, you know, just visually stimulating graphics that are just keeping students engaged while the language therapist is working with them using that research-based intervention. So the way the lessons work, we do love to have the parent with the child while we are working together, so they know how everything is going. And then here's a little bit of the station. So we work through sounds and letters, decoding and spelling, word parts, vocabulary, sentence reading, comprehension, and then sentence writing. And let's see, we do use Zoom as our way, as our platform, but we have all of these slides again. So we're still catering and individualizing our curriculum for the students, but we do have the lessons in place to be able to show them and have them interact on their screen. And once they do the lesson, the language therapist will assign the practice, and the practice is game style practice, so they're getting points. Some parents will do maybe some rewards when they get to certain point levels. So I was just going to show really quickly on the Lexercise website, there is some examples of what the games look like. And I'm just going to click a couple buttons real quick so you can kind of see what that looks like for them. So I just realized that y'all probably would be able to hear that. So I'll just let you check that out. But it is really interactive, and then you get that immediate feedback, and then the language therapist is able to look at that information and be able to use that to drive instruction. It's also great because all that data can be used to share with the school or with other educators to be able to be all on the same page. And then lastly, let's see, just going to show you, I know everybody touched on this too, but just building rapport is so important to me, is so important to Multisensory Reading Center. So we do try to connect the language therapist with a student that does have those similar interests. And it's really important for me too to make things fun and engaging, because, what's the point if we're not having fun, or if they're not, enjoying it, we're not getting anywhere. So here's just an example. We'll put little bunny ears on, or here's a student, he loves hunting, so he wore his camo and has his dog, and then I dressed up in hunting stuff, and for our last day or for fun time. So we try to keep things light and fun while we're making that growth. And then I'll just leave with here's just some example of the feedback. Anna Kate's strongest class was English. She's in all honors this year and doing well. I attribute her success to the work she did with you through Lexercise. So I'll just share our information here, and we would love to chat with anybody who wants to have a free consultation. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everyone sticking around with us to the end. That concludes the virtual provider fair for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this recording and I'm going to cut it up. So, if you ever watched a YouTube video that has like the different time port, I don't know what the word is, but I'm going to make it so every provider, the section that they've spoken for is kind of visible, so parents can kind of quickly go through and look through all of the different providers that spoke today. And I'll also put your guys' website in the video description, so it'll be kind of a one-stop shop for any parents that weren't able to hop on the call today. They're able to go and view the recording on our YouTube and kind of click through and find all the relevant information. I'll also send the recording, the link to the YouTube video, to all of the people that were on the call today, as well as a survey. So if you have some time, it's very short, like 4-question survey, just kind of how you thought the virtual provider fair went today and any suggestions you have going forward. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm going to go ahead and stop the call. But it was awesome getting to learn about all of your guys' services and businesses, and appreciate you guys taking the time to be here.
Thank you.